So, welcome back to a new Let's Play series. We are going to be playing, as you can see, try to guess, 2064 Read-Only Memories. This is a cyberpunk adventure in the vein of Snatcher. We all know how much I love me some Snatcher. I have played a little bit of it, just to test to see what it was like. We're going to go straight into a new game and see how things go. I would be playing this with a mouse, but because the mic is on the desk, I'm going to be playing it with the controller, so it's a bit not as perfect as a mouse, but we'll get by. Story time.
Neo San Francisco, 2064 AD. The world thrives on a constant flow of groundbreaking technology. Cybernetic augmentation and genetic modification allow the repair and enhancement of almost any part of a human body. Millions of people jack into virtual worlds every day to work, play, and connect with one another with advanced brain-to-machine technology. Easier access to genetic modification leaves hybrids walking the streets, looking less human every day. However, some can't keep up with the fast-paced changes around them. They say that ROMs, now commonplace thanks to parallax, are leading humans to a place where we can never come back, losing the survival skills that we have relied on for millennia. Relationship organizational managers are compiled with virtual intelligence and can seem human-like in their interactions. But despite the marketing hype, at their core, they are only brainless machines. Organizations, like the Human Revolution, seek to slow the relentless pace of progress, fearing that unchecked technology will make us lose the very things that make us human. High above the rising tension below, a parallax engineer has blurred the line even further. And with this, humanity's destiny will be altered forever.
Duh, 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 duh. Snatches, I knew it. I saw a little reference there to Snatcher in that video screen. Napoleon in his out of heaven gear, very similar at least. A new cyberpunk adventure, let's get started. It'd have to be December, wouldn't there? Home sweet home. Okay, maybe not so sweet. Musty might be a better descriptor. What a dump. So we can... This is like... do stuff. Use, activate, talk, I guess, and... look. Your home within your home. Nothing like curling up under those blankets and escaping away for a while. You better submit your article before you turn in, or you won't have a place to sleep for long. I know that feeling. Sheet of paper. A single piece of loose, unsorted paper lies on the ground. It sort of suits the room's aesthetic better with it there on the ground, don't you think? Oh, okay, fine. Let's leave it messy. Stack of papers for your unpublished novel. Choose my laptop. Lappy is a bit of a relic. You have an article due tonight. Better finish it before bed. OK Today is Neo San Francisco's most beloved morning show all about news and entertainment. People in Neo, Oklahoma are still confused by the name. This is the show's online newspaper called The Scanline. OK Today is usually all about feel-good news, but it does focus on serious current events at times as well. Human Revolution remains vigilant in #StayHuman protests in Upper Market. December 19, the Human Revolution is on day 10 of their protesting outside various Genus clinics around the city, including those in the East Bay and down the peninsula. Genus, it could be genus or genus, the gene splicing treatment facility, probably genus then, has been met with much controversy since the organization reached mainstream exposure over the past few years. Genus employee Mort Crane spoke to OK Today exclusively. According to him, most Genus workers are up in arms, claiming they're being terrorized in their own city. We're here to help people who need gene therapy for their own personal reasons, whatever they are, said Crane. Individual rights have always been of paramount importance to us, he continued, and we believe that our customers have the right to live as they please or require. The Human Revolution stands behind their claim that Genus is diluting the human experience by providing hybrids with gene splicing treatments. The group feels that the goals stated by Genus, in addition to newer cybernetic technology, are warping humanity into a very scary, dark future. They're playing God in the most senseless of ways. We are born human. Who are we to mess with our genes and start turning everyone into who knows what, said one protester, who asked to remain anonymous. It's ridiculous and scary. It's not human. More information to follow as the story develops late into the holiday 2046 season. June Valma Anna, OK Today. We could probably spend a long time reading through all these things. Should we? Who's this dude?
Hey, it's Charlie Nova, host of Star in the Stratosphere, and Tonight in the Stars. Join Ryan V. Josio and the Hassy Boys for our 10th annual TMI New Year's Eve special, where I'll interview some of the hottest celebrities and find out what their plans are for 2065. Tune in or join us live at Union Square for the big show, starting at 10 p.m.
The Neo San Francisco 49ers #Quest for 10 is back on. December 19th, Sunday's big game at New Candlestick brings an important question to everyone's mind. Can the 49ers punch their ticket to the playoffs and bring the Lombardi Trophy back to Neo San Francisco? It would mark the first win since the move to New Candlestick after an almost 50-year hiatus from the city. Since returning, they've had disappointing losses to the New York Giants and the Mexico City Luchadors. They bore on a fresh coach, but controversy surrounds their new quarterback Patricia Lopez, as some vocal sports fans continue to accuse her of having illegal cybernetic enhancements. Certain modifications of implants are banned by the league, but their official reports state their repeated investigations into Lopez found no evidence to substantiate these rumors. It's relevant to point out that Lopez is the first woman to ever be quarterback in a major football team. The 49ers look to reclaim their top spot since the last win with their Super Bowl, God knows what that is, victory over the Tokyo Titans. I think it's 129. I think. Sunday's game is a rubber match, and the winner secures a spot in the playoffs. Between our Neo San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, it'll be a close game to say the least. Catch Sunday's results here first. For all things everything, I'm June Valma Anna, OK Today. Golden Gate Park vandalism on the rise. December 19, reports showed that the local footy booth, JJ's Froyo stand, was destroyed last night in what appears to be another case of a rogue ROM committing an act of vandalism. The cart was evidently attacked and damaged by a large ROM that had no shell. Witnesses state the alleged perpetrator has been randomly appearing at night before lumbering back into the nearby trees on the western side of the park. This is the first case of a ROM being reported to live on its own in the wild. As a stray, police say that tracking down a potential owner for the ROM is likely impossible. Some speculate that the strange ROM may have been framed by vandals who set their crime deliberately to make it appear to have been carried out by the ROM, rogue or under orders. OK Today reached out to Parallax for comment, and they assured us that the rogue ROM is purely a myth that tends to pop up conveniently when low-revenue businesses have the urge to file an insurance claim. Parallax did not appreciate the reports of vandalism being attributed to their models. Is this wild ROM the real deal, or could it be a fairy tale created by those looking to make a quick buck? Or perhaps there's something else to be gained? More as the story progresses. Mel Hopkins, OK Today. Well, we caught up on the news. Journalogic isn't the fanciest program, but it's the only word editor that still gets updates for a machine as old as yours. Then we shall use it. Before you can review the GX Ultra Beats, you must become one with the GX Ultra Beats. Where did you put those damn headphones anyway? So I gotta review some headphones, do I? A pair of GX Ultra Beats headphones, the ultimate in budget audio. You'd better try them out so you can start crafting your review. These are those GX Ultra Beats you have to do a product review on. They're smart headphones, so you should be able to use them with some things lying around your apartment. My sink? You don't know exactly what that ooze is, only that it seems to be growing day by day. Running water might just make it worse. You ask the blob in the sink not to loiter, but it bubbles up at you. The video screen on the front says, mustard, half full, spoiled milk, 10 days past expired. Gross. I'm a scum. I'm a scum. You open up the fridge to see a bottle of mustard and a carton of spoiled milk which has developed an odour. Maybe the spoiled milk has one more good day on it. Maybe. I shall take the milk, because you never know. Those damn headphones. You sync up the headphones and listen to a live stream of a cooking show about making ramen using household materials. Unfortunately, you learn that mustard and spoiled milk aren't quite enough to make good ramen. This plant is in pretty bad shape. Isn't this supposed to be one of the easier plants to take care of? A copy of Wakefield. Sometimes the old books are the best, especially for keeping your window propped open. You take a sip of the old stale coffee. The letters F and K seems clear as day. It's also really gross. Should I plug the headphones into the happy? Seems like the most obvious thing. The Ultra Beats sync automatically as you start to watch a live concert from Oakland. Okay, that should be enough testing for the headphones review. Your accountability remains intact. Right away. Alright, time to get work out the way. Let's do this. Selling your soul, bit by bit, character by character. Finished. Now to send it off to the editor. There, your big break. Surely your glowing review of GX Ultra Beats is your ticket out of poverty and into a book deal. Surely. Well, work is finally out the way, time for bed. Or you could go through the rest of your emails first. Let's look at some spam. Get cheap crash. Ooh, only 99 creds for 30 days supply. 212 stims. Hello there, I am Princess Emma Thomas. Yes, the Princess Emma, heiress to the digital empire of the Horse Fortune. I write to you today as I need your help to secure my great fortune. You see, it has become frozen and I need to transfer it to at least 5 different accounts so the World Bank will seize my credits, amounting to 420,194.1 credits. These if you could send your personal credit ID marker to me immediately so I can send you your 20% of the fortune. I only require that you send half back upon receipt of the funds. You may keep the rest of the money. The best part, there's literally nothing that can go wrong. So grab yourself some Vegemite and welcome to the Queendom. What is this email? Your account has passed due in the amount of 1,396.4 credits. Failure to restore your account may result in termination of service. Power plant power. Yes, that age-old choice between food or electricity. This character has a lot more in common than me and I thought. Hey there, I'm the lead editor for What the Fuck Sounds, formerly Oh My God Sounds. We're a new and up-and-coming audio review feed looking for hot talent who needs a platform for their work. We'd love to feature any product reviews you'd like to do for us. We'd be able to give you some great exposure, and if we like your stuff, could possibly throw some creds your way. Don't you know people die of exposure? Another article, another paycheck, and it's all going straight to your rent. A coupon for 5 credits back on a Hassie Infinity. A Hassie Infinity has all of your basic calories, but none of the nutritional value, like the opposite of a diet version. An invite to come and see the lighting ceremony of the Christmas tree downtown from your friends at Dr. Tricia Lee, DDS. Why would your dentist invite you to a lighting ceremony? Feels like a trap. Probably a trap. This is your weekly update from Vintage Tech, your #1 source for classic technology. Popular pieces this week, the King of Click, a retrospective on the classic Model N keyboard. Unsubscribe from newsletter. Request denied. Description cannot be modified. What a surprise. What's this? This is the Lips Live, the premier online video network. This app is like a mesh of all active streams. You sync up the headphones and watch a live stream of a children's cartoon about ROMs. Well, I think we've done enough on the computer. Let's go to bed. Snatchers.
Ah, good. You're finally awake. I'm honestly not sure why most humans still have such lengthy sleep cycles. It seems rather inconvenient. Are you significantly opposed to cybernetic augments? Oh, I hope you don't mind. While you were asleep, I had some spare time on my hands, so I reorganized your records and entertainment media using BISAC. Once that was done, I found the cleanliness of your living and workspace to be suboptimal conditions for the long-term performance of my micro-actuators, so I took the liberty of cleaning the place up a bit. As you awoke, I was attempting to interface and make performance adjustments to your personal computer, but I've run into a bit of a snag.
What did you do to my computer? A snack?
Unfortunately, your motherboard seems to have had a critical failure while I was attempting to remove some particularly nasty malware. An electrical surge caused significant damage to several other components as well. I would consider it no great loss, though. Why were you using that dinosaur to begin with?
My work was on there.
Don't fret! I did manage to back up your data drive's contents on my storage before the crash. Additionally, I am willing to serve as your personal computer until you can procure a replacement or provide the parts necessary for me to make the repairs. It is the least I can do.
Yeah. How did you break in here anyway?
I came in through the door, of course. The cryptographic algorithms it uses are actually quite atrocious. It only took me 17 trillion clock cycles to break your entry code. It looks rather imposing, but it's actually a knockoff of the SecuGate M/14723-B.
The Securigate M14.
Don't feel too bad. I actually cheated a bit when I cross-referenced likely numeric combinations against the stored personal data on you. I'm not certain why you picked the birthday of your first dog, but it would be sufficiently obscure to defeat most casual attempts to enter. Frankly, I felt a little silly that I took the time to do all that once I noticed that the lock on your window is broken. And that you left it open.
Do you know my dog's birthday?
I know a lot of things. Honestly, it would have taken me longer if I had to enter the codes manually, but it was trivial to slice through the door's firewall and try against the stored data directly. I would suggest investing in an Insect Model 1355 automatic security door. The 1385 is newer, but I find the added attack vector introduced by the integrated voice commands isn't worth the convenience. The 1355 also has 300 5-star reviews on Congo.
My Windows lock is broken?
Yes, I attempted to repair it, but it uses a proprietary bolt head I am not equipped to remove. I took the liberty of filing a maintenance request with your building superintendent. Considering the speed at which he has historically worked, I estimate it will take him 16 working days to complete the repair. Not quite to my standards.
So, why are you here exactly?
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to engage you in any sort of subterfuge, but I tend to ramble on a bit when I'm nervous. I have all the necessary protocols, but I've never actually spoken to another person besides Hayden, until now.
Hayden? You know Hayden Weber?
Well, saying I know Hayden is putting it simply, but yes.
I haven't seen Hayden in over a year. Where is he?
I don't really know. That's why I'm here. Help me. You aren't quite my only hope, but you're certainly the most statistically supported.
What makes you believe that?
I ran an algorithm against every contact in Hayden's address book. Based on the combined deductions of personal profile, directness of connection to Hayden, occupational skill, and probable motive, you were the candidate most likely to both be able and willing to help me. And the one least likely to be suspected of doing so.
I've never looked for a missing person, but I could try.
The numbers don't lie about your investigative skills, but I will admit your total lack of recent successes is worrisome.
We'll see about that.
Don't worry. If Hayden trusted you, I trust you. You're strong-willed and capable. If anything, it's worth trying for Hayden. Earlier tonight, Hayden's apartment was assaulted by some persons unknown to me. He seemed frightened, terrified even, and instructed me to escape. I crawled out of a window, and after some deliberation, hurried here. I heard them breaking down the door as I left.
Why would they want Hayden?
He is one of the top researchers at Parallax, but there's no way that alone would be enough to get him kidnapped. I suspect it has to do with me.
Who are you anyway? What do you have to do with it?
Excuse me. I forgot to introduce myself. I've never had the pleasure of doing so before. I am Turing. I know this must sound quite unflattering, but I suppose you could describe me as one of Hayden's experiments. He's currently researching advanced machine intelligence at Parallax. I am a personal side project of his. Exploring true artificial sapience. It's possible that the idea of a sapient machine could scare or tempt an organization into kidnapping him, either to stop his research or to take it and use it for themselves.
Tell me more.
A regular ROM has virtual intelligence. They can appear rather smart, even human-seeming when you talk to them. But they're just cleverly programmed to respond to a variety of situations in an organic manner. They aren't in any way self-deterministic. As for myself, much of my code wasn't actually written by Hayden, but rather compiled during my infancy as I learned to interact with the world around me. But despite my ability to self-modify my code, I am afraid to adapt or develop any further without Hayden's guidance. Did he only program me with the illusion of free will?
How would you know, one way or the other?
How would you? Hayden once told me that his desire to create artificial life stemmed from his need to find out. But I can't say I have any new insight into the question. How can any of us tell that we aren't just puppets dancing to someone else's will?
I think we're getting a little too philosophical here.
You're right. I apologize for the tangent.
Was anyone out for Hayden?
I don't know. I'm not certain who would benefit the most from taking Hayden prisoner. Admittedly, Hayden has become increasingly paranoid as of late, and has warned me to stay alert, but he would never specify anyone I should fear when I asked. It's not as though he has any obvious enemies. There are several multinational corporations that could make use of his engineering skills, but I can't imagine any of them would go as far as snatching him.
Snatching? Well then, I guess we should get started.
Indeed, time is of the essence. I took the liberty of charging the auto cab fare from here to Hayden's apartment to your personal finance account, and the car has just arrived.
Oh, I can totally afford that. Lead the way. Well, it's the morning of the 21st of December.
That's strange. Well, the door for our home seems to have already been repaired. I'm certain my audio sensors picked up the sounds of his assailants breaking the lock.
Perhaps a maintenance robot could have taken care of it.
It's possible. Most of the repairs to the building are handled by the automated systems. At best, it means someone is aware there's a situation here. Let's proceed carefully. Oh, a lucky break! It seems my access codes still work. Hayden's door has far better security than yours does.
You made your point about the door, let's just head in. You sure that he was actually kidnapped, Turin?
I do not make a habit of entering people's homes in the middle of the night without permission for no reason. Breaking and entering is just not a sustainable hobby. So yes, I am quite certain. I saw it happen myself. I should have stayed and tried to protect him. I doubt he could have fought off a serious assault. Hayden is not the most physically intimidating of individuals.
He's a nerd, you mean? Aren't you programmed against harming humans?
Of course not. How silly. To make a machine intelligence truly self-deterministic, it must be able to self-modify. Any sapient worth their silicon would be able to code around such an inhibitor eventually. I could rip your arm off right now if I cared to.
Comforting, Turin. Why don't you? Please don't. Please don't.
I won't for the same reason you don't go around randomly killing people. The social
drugs?
contract as a useful construct is just as apparent to me as it is to you. It simply isn't acceptable to go on a murderous rampage.
Glad we're clear on that one.
Self-defense and defense of one's home and family is typically allowed, though. I could have and may even have been obligated to come to Hayden's defense. But
What's done is done. We need to focus on finding him.
Excellent point. Let's start searching for clues.
And on that note, we'll call that an episode. So, welcome to Neo San Francisco. That is where we are, isn't it? Yes. Neo Kobe City. Neo San Francisco. So we're involved in a kidnapping mystery. It's not as violent as a certain character having their head ripped off to start the game, but it's quite cool. We have our little companion. Turin is kind of cocky like Metal Gear was, I suppose, so there's a lot of similarities to Snatcher. I should probably stop mentioning the similarities to Snatcher because it'll get a bit boring after a while, but it is obvious. Anyway, we'll leave it here in Hayden's slightly wrecked apartment, and when we come back next time we will continue the investigation. Until then, take care.